Hey guys, what's happening? This is Forgo Nation. Today we're going to do an ABX run with Magneto. Now I'm just going to be using a CTP of energy, so this rotation will work with a damage proc or of course the energy. But if you're using a CTP of rage, the rotation will probably be a little bit different. But I know a lot of people don't have the rage, and a lot of guys were actually asking, can you do an ABX guide with the damage proc? So this is what we're going to do. So you're always going to use Cyclops, and you want to make sure you have this uniform. He doesn't need to be tier 3. He just needs the uniform to make him a blast supervillain, and also he needs the uniform so he gets this passive 30% increase of energy attack. He can be tier 2, heck, he can even be tier 1. It doesn't even matter. And we're going to use magic just because we're going to get this extra little energy attack, critical damage. If you're running with a CTP of Rage, you definitely want to use the Ulysses Claw because he's going to offer 30% critical damage, which is something that is probably going to be lacking on most accounts with Magneto on Blast Villain Day from Ulysses Claw 4-star passive. Now let's take a look at my Magneto and we'll talk about what we got to do. So my Magneto has 50,800 energy attack. He has 128 attack speed, 58 crit rate, 192 critical damage, and he has almost 49% ignore defense. Pretty decent stats. And he has max skill cooldown. All of his gear 25, obviously he's tier 3, all amplified slots, and all 5-star Urus. Now guys, you could easily throw in some Odin's Blessings, really jack up his energy attack big freaking time, give him a little extra critical damage. No problem if that's what you want to do. I'm not doing it because I really don't care about ABX that much, but I just thought I'd throw that out there for you guys. All of his skills are at 6. And let's talk about the rotation, guys. Let's talk about it. Now, I've mentioned how to do Magneto's rotation before, but it is going to be a little bit different when you're facing the Beast, and that's because the Beast has silence. Now, you do have invincibility on your 4th skill. You have invincibility on the tier 3. So during those skills, during the duration of the invincibility, you don't have to worry about getting silence. But there is a little gap in there where you can get silence. So what I like to do, guys, is I start the fight off with 4, cancel 2, cancel 5. Put the damage proc on the 5th skill. Right at the end of the 5th skill, when you got about 1 second left on your invincibility. So we'll do it again. 4, 2, 5. You see the invincibility up there in the top left. 1 second left. You're going to hit your paralysis. Then you're going to hit your 1 skill. Then you're going to go back into your 4, 2, 5. Put the damage proc back on the 5. There you go. You're going to hit your paralysis when there's 1 second left on the invincibility. Then you're going to go 4, 2, and maybe hit the 1. When your damage proc engages, go ahead and hit your tier 3. And I do run with the SFX animation on. With it on and off, the damage is pretty much the same. As soon as Magneto throws the shards of metal, cancel into the 4, 2, 5. Put the damage proc back on the 5. And you guys, I'll slow it down in the ABX run so you guys can really get a good idea of how to do it. But it's really not that bad. It's actually pretty simple to keep the proc where it belongs. It's just a lot of canceling the skills really fast. By the way, guys, it's really nice to see this guy be an ABX meta. I mean, I don't care about ABX that much, but it's nice to see him be relevant again in that game mode. A lot of people do love playing it. I actually like playing ABX. I just wish the rewards were better to incentivize me and other players to want to be more competitive about it. But if you're just self-competitive and you want to do the best you can, by all means, go for it. He has a fully awakened Power Bang Real set. And of course, we're rocking that CTP of energy. Now guys, if you're running with a CTP of Rage, that is definitely going to be better. I saw a guy hit almost 4.2 million on Blast Villain Day with this guy. Almost 4.2 million. Now that guy was running with the Rage, and that guy did have almost 59,000 energy attack. Now put that in perspective, guys. I have 83% energy attack on my cards. And look at my energy attack. That guy's got almost 10,000. Oh, it's ridiculous how much energy attack he has. So he's probably got Odin's Blessings, that's Scalor, probably has 100% energy attack on his cards. Just ridiculousness, but still pretty amazing. And I'm running a normal ranked uni, which is actually hurting him quite a bit. If this thing was at Mythic, we could definitely get more damage because this is only at 15%, and that would go up to 25%, so we'd get 10% more. Plus we get all the stats from all the uniform options, which would be really awesome. Can't click on that because he's at normal. So we're losing a lot of power because of this. But honestly, guys, if I did have the extra all attack stats and the extra stats, it'd probably put his energy attack, you know, up around 52,000, 53,000, something like that. We would be scoring a little bit better. But let's get into the action and let's rock and roll. Alright guys, so here we are. Let's do this. Okay, so we're going to slow it down here in a sec. Boom. Now we're going to go 4, cancel 2, cancel 5. Look in the top left hand corner. There's that proc. It engaged after we hit the 5th skill, which is what you want. Magneto's going to rise up in the air. When there's 1 second left on that invincibility, we're going to go ahead and hit that 3. We're going to paralyze the beast while we have our invincibility up. Then we're going to hit our 1 skill. While we're in iframe, we won't be getting silenced. Then we're going to cancel back into the 4, put our invincibility back up, hit the 2, and then we're going to hit the 5 again, try to put the damage proc back on the 5th skill. And we hit our 5th skill, and we're waiting for the proc. There's the proc. Beautiful. Magneto's going to rise up. When there's 1 second left on invincibility, we're going to hit our 3rd skill. There it is, perfect. Then we're going to hit our 1. We're going to wait till there's nothing left on the damage proc to wait till that countdown gets almost to the bottom. Then we're going to hit our 4, 2. Now we want the damage proc to engage while the tier 3 is off cooldown. If it doesn't engage, go ahead and hit your 1 skill. Now my situation right now, it still hasn't engaged. There, I went ahead and hit the 1, it engaged. Now we're going to hit our tier 3. You want to hit the tier 3 when there's about 4 seconds left on the damage proc. Now you're going to let this tier 3 play completely out. Let him go, 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 go. And like I said, guys, FSX on or off, I can't tell the difference in the damage. He's going to throw his shards forward. Boom. We're going to cancel right into the 4, 2, 5. There we go. We're going to hit that 5. And boom. And there's the damage proc. All those shards of metal, all that damage accumulation from the 5th skill coming down at once. Plus, the all defense down does apply to the beast for a little while. So that's going to make a difference. You want to make sure you're using that too, especially when you're bringing in that tier 3. Then you're just going to go back into the original rotation. We're going to hit our 2. Then we're going to hit the 5. Put the damage proc back on the 5. And go into our original rotation. There we go. And boom. Easy peasy, guys. Easy peasy. It takes a little practice, but honestly, guys, you know, I did this. This only took me about 3 or 4 tries. That's all it took me. Pretty simple. But again, guys, with a rage, he's going to do so much better. You see the score that I got the first time I tried. I only got 1.1 million. It's not super impressive, but considering all the decreased damage received from the beast as it roars, it's going to roar 3 times throughout the fight. It's pretty awesome, guys, you know, honestly, with a proc. But Magneto's King Ding, man. He is number 1 for this day. He is your man. And we won't get silenced even once. As long as you do this rotation, you won't get silenced. If you decide to go 4-2 and then the 1, and then the 3, get the paralyze after the 1, you'll probably get silenced more than likely. Because the paralysis takes a second before the paralysis actually applies to the beast. So that's why I like to use the paralysis when I still have a second of invincibility left up from the 4th skill. And then you paralyze the beast and then go into your 1 to make sure you're not taking any damage or getting hit by meteors or anything. And then go back into your 4-2-5. But, I mean, we're doing pretty awesome, guys. You see, we've already pretty much destroyed the other score. We got a minute left over and we're already almost at 1.2 million. So pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. It's really nice that Magneto stays in iframes for the most part, so he doesn't really get hit by any of the meteors. You want to try to avoid the meteors at all costs. The gauge in the top right hand corner that says meteor evasion points 100%. When it's like that, guys, you're gaining the most points. I just got hit a little bit by meteors, so that's why I went down. But I really just pay attention to keeping the proc where it belongs. That's really my goal, and that's really all I wanted to show you guys. Here we go. We're going to rise up. We're going to throw our hand forward. 4-2-5. And boom, there's the proc. We're going to rise up. And after I do the tier 3 guys and he comes down, I still do the 3 for the paralysis when there's a second left on that invincibility, and then I go back into the 1, and then I hit the 4, 2, 5 again. Come on, buddy. So you can see, guys, there's a, you know, if I was running a rage, I'd probably hit over 3 million, guys. Probably over 3 million. And that's the difference of using a proc versus a CTP of rage, unfortunately. But let me know what you guys think about Magneto, and let me know if this helps you out. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.